G'day and welcome back. A couple of weeks ago when I done that review on the mag drill, that V-Bore company were pretty happy and they wanted me to do some more reviews for them, and I've said no the 2 or 3 times they'd been in touch. They contacted me again with a list of things if I wanted to review these list of items. There was a dividing head and so on. I was not interested in none of that. But I was using my oil stones, me ground flat stones, precision ground flat stones I got from Stephen Lang at Shark River Machines, and they're as filthy as buggery. And I looked up on YouTube how you can clean them, and people say you can use cardboard, WD-40. I tried all that. I thought, I should get an ultrasonic cleaner, so I hit them up for one and they sent it, no dramas at all. So this isn't your traditional review videos, so it's in the box. I'm just going to get it out and show you what I got. Righto, I've got it out of the box. It did come well packaged in that white styrofoam moulded stuff. It was pretty well packed. There's no dents that I can see just looking through everything, but I'll get everything unwrapped and we'll have another look. Righto, come with an instruction booklet that's pretty much does all their they're dial types, they're press button types. Yeah, it's just a one size fits all sort of a manual. Come with an Australian lead. I don't know what you do with this. I don't know whether you put your tea bag in that and dip it in, make a big cup of tea out of it, I don't know, but it'd be handy if you put little tiny bits and pieces in, I suppose. And what else was there was a hose and a hose clamp for the drain, and a nice basket. And that's what you get in the kit. I'm going to go and get some water. I've got some CLR degreaser there. I'm going to mix in with it, and I'm going to clean me flat stones. Bit of a story about them too. These flat stones, I bought them off Stephen Lang at Shark River Machines over in the US, and they come in a cardboard box. Yeah, both individual. And I always had them in the cardboard box, and this one day I wasn't thinking, I grabbed them out of the cupboard, and the end flappy things, they were buggered on the box. Anyway, one slid out, and you know what happened, don't you? It collected the ground and broke the bastard. And I was not impressed. I'm still not impressed. They're still flat, but just annoys the crap out of me, and you can see how dirty they are too. Went and made up a new 3D printed box that they can sit in from now on, and probably won't have a chance of dropping them again. So I want to clean them. That was the whole idea of getting this thing, so I can keep stuff like this clean. Anyway, I'll go and get some water and mix a bit of that CLR degreaser in it and see how it goes. I hope that's what you can do with these stones, otherwise I'll be buying a new set. Righto, I've filled it full of water, set the temperature to 50 degrees, and it's taken a long time to heat up. I started off at 18 degrees, and that was about, 10 minutes ago. So it's taken a long time to heat up. I thought it would have heated up quicker than that. So the maximum it will go is 80 degrees C. It's got a 200 watt heater element in it, so I'll just rat up. So it is going to take a while, but I'll bump it back to 50 degrees. At least it's warm. Timer. I don't know how long that go for. Half an hour is the longest you can go. Well, typical me, going to get impatient. I'm just going to stick it in. So I'm just going to put a splash of this oil and grease remover. I did read up online that you can use this in ultrasonic cleaners. Go and get a sharp thing and cut that open. Okay, I'll just put a little dash of that stuff in there. So I'm going to drop this in and hope for the best. And we'll come back soon and see what it's done. That's after 4 minutes. You can see she's getting dirty. The water getting real dirty. The temperature's up to 25 degrees, so maybe I should have poured the kettle in here first. Give her a bit of a boost on the temperature. Okay, I ended up running that for 20 minutes. And it's only up to, I ended up pumping up to 60 degrees and it's only up to 35. Take a temperature. So the temperature's not far off. Might turn them over. Give another squirt in there for a while. Might need to be a bit hotter too. It's definitely cleaned them up. Okay, that was another 20 minutes, 48 degrees. That's what it's telling us. 47.3. So, I'm going to leave the heater running. It still says it's on. Now, a couple of other reviews I've seen, once it stops its cycle here, it normally turns this off, but this one doesn't, so there must be some difference in them. Blow these off. It's a lot cleaner, isn't it? Only back to new colour. And obviously I'll let these dry out completely before I put them away. But they still sound pretty flat to me. They sound pretty good, eh? And they're a lot cleaner than what they were. Pretty impressed about that. I've got another oil stain here. I've had this one for God knows how long. This is the one I use for when I'm sharpening high-speed steel bits. So it was grungy when I got it bloody 20 years ago. So I'm going to pop it in. And just as a trial and error, an old Stanley screwdriver, whack them in for 20 minutes and see what happens. Righto, it only had 38 seconds to go, switched her off. As you can see, that whole time this batch has been here for 20 minutes. Still hasn't got up to 60 degrees yet, so it takes a bloody long time to heat up. Stuck that screwdriver in, didn't really do a lot for it. Stuck the knurling tool in, cleaned that up. And a couple of thread taps. These were just chock-a-block full of gunge. Pretty bad, but they were really gungy. But there is still pretty gungy. Probably just do another bake in there, I suppose, but it ain't gonna get it. So it didn't do the handle any good. Didn't clean that up at all. Just made it go dull. But that stone is darn sight cleaner than it was. I've never seen this stone this colour. I honestly thought it was just a brown stone. I knew it had a fine and coarse side, but I didn't know it was that colour. There you go. That could do with another run through, or a good blowout with the air, then run it through again to get all the gunge out from beside the knurling wheels. Well, I am pleasantly surprised. I just give that a little blowout with the air. Like, it's still pretty gungy down in here, but that has never ever been cleaned from the day I bought it. It's just been flogged. So, pretty impressed, especially on stones. I'm going to let this just sit here overnight, let everything settle in the bottom. I'm going to drain it out in the morning and just see how much gunge is left in the bottom just to see what it's like. A lot of us probably going to get the hose, but see what it does. I got the better of me. I'll tip a bit out now. You can see the colour of the water. It's not real pretty, is it? But I will say it has got a bloody nice ball valve on it. Brass stainless ball valve. It's pretty dirty. It's surprising how dirty that water is. I know the stones were dirty, but shit, that is dirty. See what was left over in here. Just all gunge. So it definitely does clean stuff. Filled up with a bit of water out of the tap and then boiled the kettle and threw that in there because I find that the heating element is pretty slow. So it was, when I first poured the water in, it was 7 degrees. I put about 5 litres of water in it, filled the kettle up brimming full, and you can see it's already up to 40. Got a couple of these crusty aluminium V blocks I've had for ever and a day. So just for curiosity, like, they're good for nothing really, but they're going to be worth cleaning up just for shits and giggles. We're going to see what happens. Chuck them in for 20 minutes and just let it go. I'll bring you back when these have finished cooking and see how good they actually come up. There we go. They are definitely a lot cleaner than what they were. I'm actually pretty impressed with the way they cleaned up. And I stuck a this here, obviously for split dies. This here was just covered in absolute gunge crap, and it's to what that was. I stuck that in at about, it was a 20-minute run. It was about 15 minutes to go, so 5 minutes in, actually cleaned up very well. Pretty impressed with that. I'm actually very impressed with these. I didn't think they'd clean up that good. The only thing I'm really disappointed about is how slow the element is. Like, that's still trying to heat up to 60 degrees. 20 minutes later and already stuck a couple of litres of boiling hot water. So that is pretty disappointing how slow the heating element is. What I did find, and I forgot I had, was another stone, which can go back in again because I didn't turn it over. I forgot I had that one. These were just a heap of UNF dies I had that were all crunged up pretty bad. So I thought I'd throw in. They've actually cleaned up quite nice. Considering what they were like, they were pretty horrid. I'm going to throw this stone back in, put it on its edge and see what it does for 10 minutes. Didn't quite clean it all up. This is only a cheap hardware stone that I bought a long time ago, and I actually forgot I had it. But to what it was, because it was just pretty much jet black, it's cleaned up quite good. But here's a gear that come off an old bale loader. You can see it's all covered in crap. I'm just going to put that in and see what happens. It'll either work or it won't. Righto, just finished. Considering what that was like when I put it in there, she's looking pretty darn good. It's pretty hot. definitely works. There's no two worries about that. It does work. Righto, I'll give you my verdict on this ultrasonic cleaner. It's worked better than what I expected, especially on the oil stains, which is what I was mainly interested in, to see if it would clean them up. And the other bits and pieces that I stuck in, I was very surprised exactly how they come out. It was pretty impressive. And I'm only using a bit of CLR, the crap you buy out of the hardware. Would I go out and buy one of these? Yeah, I would. But I am going to ask the question about the temperature, and do they normally take that long to heat up, or is there, like, it's a 200 watt element, I know it's not big, but that's been going for over an hour this morning and it's still, yeah, it was only up to 58 degrees. That's after pouring a full kettle full of boiling hot water. So that side of it's a bit weak, but apart from that, it performs really well. So I'd definitely go out and buy one if I was in the fault, if I was going to buy one out of my own pocket. And yes, they did give me this one for nothing. There's no other kickbacks on it. You guys will get a discount code in the description off everything in their store, so take advantage of it. Anyway, thanks for watching.